Okay, folks, that was a pretty long video. However, and there's a whole section that I really wanted to get to that I forgot, and that is discerning between discernment and judgment. I started talking about self-judgment, and I wanted to compare it to discernment. So what I laid out is through our feedback with society and our environment at the time, we express certain qualities, and some of them are lifted up and some of them are squashed down, and it's those squashed down parts that we want to review. So to me, there's quite a different quality to self-judgment versus discernment. So I imagine in these explanations, some of you might have thought, hey, if that was an adaptive thing to sort of squash down, greed, for example. Say you're in a situation, there's 3 cookies and 6 people, and part of you is like, oh, I want a whole cookie, or I want all 3 cookies, which maybe is not too inappropriate for a child to express that. But there's that part of you that's like, no, actually this makes sense. I'm taking everybody into consideration. If everybody wants some cookie, then it makes sense to do the simple math and be like, we all get half a cookie, and then we're all sharing, and it's all good. So and that's, to me, that sounds like fine discernment. But if you're judging yourself, you're like, ooh, there's that part of me that wanted 2 cookies, and I'm such a jerk because of that. And you're continuing to sort of squash down that part of you. But that part of you wants to be heard, and so it'll keep rising up and be like, something, cause some unrest. I don't know. But with discernment, you're like, it was important to kind of not let that part be the part that showed up in that moment. And I think if you want to get really good at self-discernment, you'd make a mental note, oh, that came up today. And then later, this is what I like to do, is just start writing about it. Just write whatever comes to mind. Doesn't matter. You might find an unfolding process. And the point is that that part of you gets to speak up, so that the other parts of you can listen and understand and find out the needs of that part of you and why it came up the way it did. Because from the self-judgment perspective, you're not even listening to that part of you. You're like, that's wrong. The judgment has right and wrong. Judgment believes in right and wrong. And when it thinks something's wrong, then it can try and banish it, which never really works. Because all those parts of yourself, they're like individual personalities, and they all have a will to survive. And if you're trying to kill it, it's going to fight back. And it's not just going to go away. Whereas in discernment, it's kind of like doing conflict resolution. Finding out, what I'm hearing is this, are these your needs? Like, how can we meet your needs? And it's more focused on integration rather than separation. And in doing that, that kind of internal integration of the different parts of yourself, you get access to your fuller potential and, intelligences that can be really beneficial. And I think it's great to review those parts in a loving and compassionate way. So having this, love for yourself rather than like the judge. So, maybe it sounds like a lofty goal, but for now, your homework, should you choose to accept it, is to just investigate that quandary of like, what is it like to be discerning versus judging? And really this is my homework. I'm just inviting you to do it as well for yourself if you like. But this is what I'm going to be doing, have been doing, will continue to do. And thanks for viewing and giving me the opportunity to put words to that process. And I hope it helps, and happy discerning. Good evening.